So the other night, Taraji P. Henson mentioned Project 2025 during the BET Awards. A lot of you commented letting me know that she mentioned Project 2025. I've been talking about Project 2025 for over a year now. And Taraji P. Henson, to my knowledge, she hasn't mentioned it not once until she was on an award show. Kudos to her, because her mentioning it opened up the eyes and ears of some of the younger ones.
So Taraji P. Henson at the BET Awards told all the people in the audience and the millions of people watching to search up what Project 2025 was, and it was the #1 most searched thing, to the point where Google couldn't even keep track of how many people were searching it, and I was so shocked reading it.
Let me just say, shout out to Taraji for mentioning it, because it has now become the most Googled term since she mentioned it. Even though I have been talking about it for over a year, I've been sounding the alarm for over a year about Project 2025. The young people are now paying attention and they're talking about it on social media, which is a good thing, because the president of the Heritage Foundation is so comfortable now that the Supreme Court has granted immunity to Donald Trump. Because don't get it twisted, them saying that for presidential acts versus non-presidential act, if Donald Trump gets into the White House, everything will be categorized as a presidential act. So he has immunity. When Donald Trump says that he can stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and nothing will happen to him, well, if he gets into the White House, that will definitely now be a fact. Donald Trump, if he gets back in the White House, will be above the law. And now that Donald Trump has that level of protection, yes, all of those who are rooting on Project 2025, all of those who are in support of Project 2025, all of those that are working to implement Project 2025, they are excited because they now know if Donald Trump gets back in the White House, there is no stopping them with implementing Project 2025. They are so comfortable that the president went on to Steve Bannon's podcast, The War Room, and he said this.
So on these most critical times and critical issues concerning the Constitution, there is no one better in this world. There's no better man, a Christian friend for time, someone who's a fierce follower of the Constitution. It's our honor to welcome Kevin Roberts to the show. And Kevin, if you just want to freewheel it and respond to those clips and tell folks what the Heritage Foundation is doing to protect the rule of law and to protect individuals in this great country. Pleasure to have you on.
Well, Professor, my great friend, thanks for filling in and doing a great job. Three things. Number one, in spite of all this nonsense from the left, we are going to win. We're in the process of taking this country back. No one in the audience should be despairing. No one should be discouraged. We ought to be really encouraged by what happened yesterday. And in spite of all of the injustice, which of course friends and audience of this show, of our friend Steve know, we are going to prevail. Number two, to the point of the clips and of course your preview of the fact that I am an early American historian and love the Constitution, that Supreme Court ruling yesterday on immunity is vital. And it's vital for a lot of reasons, but I would go to Federalist number 70 if people in the audience are looking for something to read over Independence Day weekend, in addition to rereading the Declaration of Independence. Read Hamilton's number 70, because there, along with some other essays, he talks about the importance of a vigorous executive. You know, former congressman, the importance of Congress doing its job, but we also know the importance of the executive being able to do his job. And can you imagine, Dave Bratt, any president, put politics off to the side, any president having to second guess, triple guess every decision they're making in their official capacity? You couldn't have the republic that you just described. But number three, let me speak about the radical left. You and I have both been parts of faculties and faculty senates and understand that the left has taken over our institutions. The reason that they are apoplectic right now, the reason that so many anchors on MSNBC, for example, are losing their minds daily is because our side is winning. And so I come full circle in this response and just want to encourage you with some substance that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
Right on. Thank you, brother. We'll be right back.
Did you hear what he said? We are in the Second American Revolutionary War. And if the left allows it to be, it will be bloodless. Meaning the left not fighting back. The left sitting down and allowing them to do what it is that they want to do. The left just shutting up and taking it. If the left does that, then it will be bloodless. He's very confident that they are going to win, that they are winning. And if the left decides to fight back, then there will be bloodshed. That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. If you have not read Project 2025, I understand it is a daunting task to read all of Project 2025 because it is 900 plus pages long. There's a reason why they did that. No one wants to sit and read 900 pages. There's a reason why they did that. But here's a little tip. You can get to the Project 2025 manual through my Beacons link, okay? And just click on the link that says Project 2025. Scroll down till you see a red square that says get the mandate or read the mandate or something like that. And it'll bring up the PDF copy of the document. Scroll down to this section, forward, a promise to America. This section is written by Kevin Roberts, the guy in that video. And this will give you a synopsis of what they plan to do and why. It's not 900 pages, it's like 20 pages or less. Much easier to handle. It talks about how they are going to get rid of the Department of Education. It talks about how they are going to deport 10 million immigrants. It talks about how they're going to get rid of 50,000 federal employees and they're going to bring in Trump loyalists. It talks about how they're going to get rid of the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. It talks about how basically we will become a militarized society if the left wants to push back and not follow the rules. Yeah, Donald Trump will have authority over the military. What do you think he's going to do? That's what they mean by bloodshed. It talks about how they are going to get rid of DEI programs. They've already started that. Talks about how there will be no woke ideology. Talks about how they will criminalize the transgender community, get rid of gender affirming care. Talks about how abortion will be nationwide. Under any circumstances, you will not be able to get an abortion. All of that is in this forward section, A Promise to America. It's broken up in 4 sections, I believe. You can get the gist from this section right here. This thing is serious. This thing is serious. And this is why we've been pushing for you all to vote blue from the top of the ticket to the bottom of the ticket. In all, for dog catcher, vote blue. He just told you, if the left pushes back, there will be bloodshed. This is serious.